Hey, what's up, guys?
Get back in there! Look at this photograph!
There's a couple of things wrong with this picture. After studying Neanderthals for
12 seconds.
I'm convinced they look nothing like this at all. In this video, I'm going to draw on the latest archaeological, genetic and forensic evidence to challenge all your assumptions about what Neanderthals looked like.
I mean, what? The hell is that?
There's a reason why all these forensic reconstructions end up looking like humans, and it's got nothing to do with science. I think it's about
Synthomorphic anthrohumanization.
What?
You can see examples of this anthropomorphic bias in television documentaries and in museum reconstructions around the world. The men are sometimes shown as quite
Beautiful.
Quite apart from the anthropomorphic problem, there's also a fundamental flaw in the technique used to reconstruct Neanderthal faces from their skulls.
Technique!
We know the thickness and texture of our skin, and we know the shape and size of our eyeballs.
Oh, complete with nightmare.
You would never use them to reconstruct the face of a chimpanzee or gorilla.
Where my eel at?
And yet, scientists always use human facial characteristics and dimensions to reconstruct Neanderthal faces. This involves hours and hours of meticulous makeup, which the producers assure us is 100%
Scientifically verified.
So if George Clooney ever had to play a Neanderthal, he'd need to have a serious facelift. And he'd need larger eyes as well.
Are you kidding me?
There's another reason why Neanderthals don't look like humans, and that's to do with the environment. Basically, we know from Darwin that it's the environment that largely determines what an animal behaves like and looks like. In the case of Neanderthals and humans, they evolved on completely separate continents. Humans evolved in the temperate, warm, fertile savannas of Africa. Neanderthals evolved in the frozen glacial wastelands of Ice Age Europe. In fact, the two species, when they met again, had been apart for over 500,000 years. It's inconceivable from a Darwinian perspective that Neanderthals and humans would still resemble each other after 500,000 years.
That just makes no sense.
What did they look like? Actually, once you get rid of all the anthropomorphic bias and the inherent flaws in the reconstruction technology, answering this question is not particularly difficult. And that's because, ultimately, Neanderthals were members of the order of primates. They were primates. So in light of that, you would expect them to maintain the appearance of a tall bipedal primate.
Monkey!
For example, when I compared the profile of a Neanderthal with a chimpanzee, they seem to fit amazingly well.
Are you kidding? How did you even pass grade preschool?
The prey they were forced to hunt included some of the fiercest, largest and certainly most dangerous animals on Earth. These animals raised the bar and forced Neanderthals to become adept hunters. My contention is that this transformed them over 500,000 years into the apex predator of Europe.
It's disgusting!
My theory that Neanderthals were flesh-eating predators is supported by new molecular analysis of their teeth enamel. This reveals that the Neanderthal diet consisted of 99%. It also seems that they didn't care where the meat came from. That's because we now know that Neanderthals were cannibals. 666.
This is not every time!
Extremely efficiently. If you think my Neanderthal reconstruction pictures are a bit scary, or the idea of camping alone at night out here in the forest is a bit disconcerting, there's a And the evidence suggests that the Neanderthals began hunting them, but not just for food. I believe that Neanderthal males also began hunting human females for sex.
Sog is suffering from a bad case of Homo erectus.
Okay, to everyone who's watching this, don't listen to this dumbass.
So sorry to any of you who live in
Australia.